Okay, so I decided to do salmon porridge today. Some of you may know this is salmon congee. So what I did was I soaked my rice overnight, like a cup, slightly less than a cup, half a cup of rice. I'm not very sure. Anyways, I just soaked like one portion of rice overnight in water with a bit of oil and salt, which is a trick my mom taught me so that it will soften faster. And then I'm cooking it now with two dried scallops, two whole dry scallops, which I have now broken up because it's been boiling for a while. Let's add water when it gets too dry, and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so my congee porridge is almost ready, and as you can see, it's really thick, and there's like this film around the edges. I skimmed quite a bit of it off, but I just kept like some of it so it's still sticky. Then the rice bits have been broken into teeny weeny itsy bitsy little pieces, and so have the scallops. Now this pot of porridge smells really good because of the scallops, and they were really good buy because I went to this Korean seaweed shop thingy in Ueno, and I got the scallops and a packet of nori, and I got like free furikake nori and some gim, which is like Korean salted seaweed. And this Hokkaido scallop is really fragrant. Like the smell of the scallop is brilliant. And it's just like the second time I'm cooking salmon congee in Japan, and this is so much easier. Like, because the first time I cooked it, I only had this small little pot, and I ended up trying to use my metal bowl to cook, and I just ended up burning it. So I got a bigger pot, and now life is easier. So I'll be back when it's ready, and now I'm moving on to my salmon, and I'm going to leave this here to sit for a while. And the salmon, excuse me, has been marinating for a few hours in a bit of oil, salt and pepper. I also have spring onions ready chopped, garlic and chikura sliced into strips, as well as some mushroom. And I'm heating my pan now. So that means I tossed in the garlic with a shot of oil, and then I tossed in the salmon, and I'm just pan frying it inside down first. The salmon's ready, and I just took it out. In the same pan, I threw in my mushrooms and my chikuwa, and just stir frying nicely at low heat because the end was a bit overheated. Okay, and now then what salmon and the salmon skin and the garlic, which I removed as well to prevent from burning. Essentially mix it together. I'll add some shoyu and throw it back in. Tossed in 3 tablespoons of shoyu, stirred it around, then I'm mixing in the salmon now. I'm going to increase the heat a couple of notches, maybe 3 notches, and I just need to wait for it to reduce before I add it into my porridge. It's come to a boil, it's sizzling very nicely, and I'm going to pour it into my porridge, and I'm going to stir it through and let it come to a boil. So once it comes to a boil, I'll be done, and I can have my pretty late. It's come to a very pretty boil. As you can see, everything's nicely combined. It's brown because of the shoyu, but it seriously tastes yummy. And essentially, right, just finished cooking, and as you can see, I got 1 small bowl and 1 big bowl from that pot. So remember the spring onions which I chopped up? What I'm going to do is just simply garnish. Now just pour it on like so, and here, go in, and add in some pepper because you can never have enough pepper. And here, and I'm now gonna eat. So I really like this recipe because even though it's a pain because it takes such a long time to cook, it's really yummy and super comforting because it's so warm. But essentially, I mean, it's easy to cook, it's just that it takes a long time, and you can essentially use any ingredients you want. I like salmon and mushrooms, so I use salmon and mushrooms, and I like the taste of soya sauce, so I use soya sauce. And I like this because like I can use any part of salmon. I don't use expensive fillet portion. I can use the part that's near the rib. Or if you like the fish tail, if it's cheaper, you can get that. If you find too much skin, just remove the skin. Too much bone, remove the bones. Just a quick tip, don't try to peel your salmon and debone it when it's still raw, because that's actually really difficult. I usually just fry it with bones and with skin, and then I debone and peel it when I'm like shredding it. Okay? Bye bye.